So today the notes start right where we left off on Thursday, so you should end Thursday's notes with number 4. Today's notes start with number 5. So number 5 says that Antoine is on a road trip with his family. They start the day 500 miles from home. They travel an additional 55 miles each hour. Let me remind you what we were doing on Thursday of last week. We were writing equations in the form y equals mx plus b, where m was your rate of change, so how much your number was changing. And then b is where you would start, so the starting point. So when you're writing the equation, you need to figure out which number is which. You're usually given 2 numbers in the problem. One is your change, and then the other one is your starting number. Which one is which here? Any ideas? Okay, so this is our m, you think? Which would make 500 our b. So my equation would be y equals what? 55x plus 500. Now we also need to decide what x and y are. They're values that change together. So x and y as you drive or as you eat or as time goes by, those are changing. They usually either go up together or down together. Sometimes though as one goes up, the other goes down. It just sort of depends on the problem. For this particular problem, x stands for what? What is causing this 55-mile increase? The number of hours. So x is our number of hours. And what's y? The total miles driven. Good. So there's our equation. Y equals 55x plus 500. Any questions so far? All right, check out part B. It says, how far will his family be from their home after driving 5 additional hours? So is 5 going to go in for x or for y? X, because that's the number of hours. Good. So y equals 55 times 5 plus 500. 275. Yes, you end up with what? 275 plus 500? Yes, so 775. What are these? Miles. Very good. What are your questions on example 5? All right, number 6 says, I have $20 in my pocket when I arrive at the arcade. I spend $2 each hour I am there. Any thoughts?
Y equals. X equals 2. That's all I got.
You just, y equals
20.
2x or 20x?
2.
Is 20 your starting point or your change?
Starting.
So that's the b. So 2 is the m. So y equals 2x plus 20. Now, as time goes by, the number of dollars in your pocket should be going up or down? Down. So this is number of hours. This is how much money you have. Does our equation make sense? Because let's say you're there for 1 hour. According to our equation, now you have $22. Is that right? No. So does anyone want to make a minor change to what's on the board?
Minus plus 20?
minus.
2x minus 20. So you started with negative 20?
You divide. Multiply.
Don't just yell out math words until I shake my head yes. Other ideas? No. We're not changing the problem. We still want y equals mx plus b, but one of our numbers is wrong.
2.
Oh, wait, is it like...
Something's wrong with the 2, yes. Negative 2. Each hour that goes by, you are losing $2. You're not gaining $2. Very good. We want that 2 to be negative. If we were graphing this line, as the hours go by, we have less and less and less money. So we want the slope to be negative. So it's y equals negative 2x plus 20, where x is the number of hours you've been at the arcade, and y is the total dollars in your pocket. Any questions at the moment? All right, part B says, how long will it take me to spend all my money? So is money x or y? Y. So I'm plugging some number in for y, but I don't see a number in part B like I usually do. What is the number if you've spent all your money? 0. So we're plugging 0 in for y. For some reason, solving for 0 makes people panic a little bit. 0 is just any old number. So just solve this equation like normal. How would you undo adding 20? So you got to start by subtracting 20 from both sides of your equal sign. So negative 20 equals negative 2x. And then what's your last step for getting x by itself? Okay. How do you undo multiplying by negative 2? So we need to divide both sides by negative 2. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. I'm doing negative 20 divided by 2. What is negative 20 divided by negative 2? Negative 20 divided by negative 2 is 10, and this represents hours. Now, this isn't realistic. I mean, it costs more than $2 an hour to play at an arcade. But for this particular problem, our answer is 10 hours. All right, let's wrap this 2-day lesson up. This says, how many variables should you have in your equation? Variable's a letter. How many letters should you see? 2. If you're missing a letter, if you only have 1, your equation's not right, okay? You need an x and a y. You'll also have an m and a b, but m and b will turn into numbers. The m number is what? Your change, good. And the b number is what? Your starting point, very good. All right, I am going to give you guys your homework. I encourage you, before you jump too quickly into your homework, go back and see what we did on Thursday. We did 6 examples. You only saw 2 of those today. So I would go back and review a little bit before you jump into your homework. But you can give it a shot if you want. Any questions?